In this video, I'm going to show you how to graph the slope-intercept form equation here by first identifying the slope and the y-intercept. So if you know the format is y equals mx plus b, our slope here, the m, is going to be 3 units, and then our b, the y-intercept, is going to be at -4 on the y-axis. So I start with my y-intercept because that's where it's kind of crossing through the y-axis, so that's an easy point to locate. So on our y-axis here, I'm going to put a point on -4 on the y-axis. And now what I'm going to do is follow my slope. Now slope is a ratio that's rise over run, and normally what we want to look for is a fraction. Well, this isn't a fraction, but we can make it a fraction by putting our 3 over 1. So it tells us that our rise is 3 and our run is 1, and you always want to go to the right for your run so that you're going in the correct direction. So if my rise is 3, I'm going to go up 3 and right 1, and then up 3 from that point and right 1, up 3 from that point and right 1, and then again up 3 and right 1. And if I use a straight edge to connect those points that I put together, then that would be my slope-intercept form, or y equals 3x minus 4. Now in this equation here, the slope-intercept maybe doesn't look quite as helpful as this form, but it really does tell us slope and y-intercept because there is a coefficient in front of your x, and maybe I'll rewrite it like this so that it's a little bit more helpful for you, but we have 1x there, just 1, and that means our slope is the number 1. Now again, I talked about rise over run, which means I could write this as a fraction 1 over 1. So my rise is 1 and my run is 1. So rise over run, rise 1 and run 1. And then my y-intercept here, notice how there is no plus or minus any number, which means I could have potentially have had plus 0, and then because it's plus 0, we don't need to write it in our final equation. And so this intercept is going to be at 0 because there was no number added or subtracted, which would be your y-intercept. So I'm going to put a dot on the y-axis here at 0, and then I'm going to follow my slope, which is my rise over run. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And again, you want to go to the right when you're looking at your slope so that your line does go in the correct direction. And then I'm going to use just a little ruler here to connect my points to make a nice straight line. So y equals x, we have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 0.